Hello and welcome back to another video where we're gonna learn how to do a car chroma comping. So this is a really good topic, and before watching this video, guys, please do subscribe to my channel, click on the bell icon, and like this video and share it as much as possible. So uh, now just let me quickly play this footage for you guys. So I'm gonna share you the technique which I use and what are the things that you need to focus while comping such thing, and definitely I'm gonna upload this footage as well as so there would be a link in the description where you can find and simultaneously practice this while watching this video. So now you can see we have footage, so definitely we need to work on two things, which is that we were that the chroma is missing over here as well as the chroma is missing here over here. So the either two ways that you just do a rotor work and get the things out, or else you can just add a chroma over there and then reveal back the entire thing, because the footage is really static and there is hardly you see any kind of movement in the footage. So I've preferred to go for the chroma. I'll just make a chroma over here. Okay, so the second thing is we have BG. So let us just do a slap comp just to check how things are working. Before that, proceeding, just check. Yeah, the first thing is that you need to check your frame range and then your size format. Okay, and then we can just go to over here in the BG, take a key light. Let me delete this and I'll just take this as a BG and composite. Change it to composite. Now we can just see that the movement of the BG is wrong. So we need to fix that. How we are supposed to do is that we just gonna add a retime and reverse this thing so that the speed, the angle is perfect. Okay, so now we can see there is a lot of jump in the comp. And the tracking thing is really important. We need to stabilize the PG first. Definitely, no matter what rig you have, when we go out for shooting, the reference plate we definitely get the certain kind of bumps, so the road bumps, which is which is like we have to deal that thing later on in compositing, and we're gonna stabilize this footage, and I'm just gonna show you like a really good method how we can stabilize this with the help of 3D tracking without affecting too much. So just let me play this quickly so that the frame range is quite good and the area which we are focusing that they need to look good. So yes, you can see the footage is quite slow, but definitely that's okay. That's the second thing we have list for the thing right now from me. So you can see there is a lot of bump happening and we need to fix the stabilization. So what we can do is we'll go over here and take a camera tracker, tell the camera to track this entire footage, and let me just track it. Okay, there is some kind of issue. Hold on, wait, yes, I'll track it again. Okay, so the nuke is not reading actually, I think so. So let me just render this out quickly. So now you can see there was something wrong with the camera tracker. It wasn't getting it, uh, tracking the MOV. So I'll just render it out as a PG. Now let's just hit a render. Just a second. Let me change it to global and track. So do you have the value 650 and definitely which is gonna get the camera tag. So what I'm let me give you a brief idea what I'm supposed to do right now here. So as you can see, there is a movement from in the x-axis and the y-axis. So we just need to stabilize the camera in y-axis. So keeping the x-axis, keeping the x-axis information as it is. We just need to stabilize the y. So in order to do that, what we are supposed to do is we'll take a project 3D and like as usually what we do to project anything, that we take a project 3D and then scale and render. We attach the camera in the scale and render camera like over here, and this is the camera if suppose. So what we do is we frame hold this one and we just project the camera like this to stabilize the footage. Or else when we need to project, what we do is we just frame hold over here so that we can project the footage over here. So we just do a reverse method to stabilize, and we know we are not going to touch we are just going to kill the animation in the x and z axis, x and z, so that we have the we can stabilize this thing in y. Okay, similarly what we are supposed to do is we are going to kill the value of y-axis over here so that any kind of rotation happening in y, as you can see this is there is some kind of rotation in x, like our image is going slightly up, like slightly so we need to keep and we need to stabilize this thing. So uh, the brief is that whichever axis you need to stabilize, you just need to have an animation in that, and don't have the animation in the axis you don't want to stabilize. So the thing is almost stabilized. Sorry, tracked. Come on, camera track. Solve it. It can take slightly time. No, it's not. It's not taking too much of time. 45 seconds. It's pretty good. And let us see what is the error that it's gonna show to us. If the BG would have been really fast, this was shot in 50 FPS. If it would have been really fast, so it might have been really difficult for the camera tracker to judge the points and get the points for us. So the error is pretty much good. Oh, so what I'm going to do is just take a camera and I'm just gonna have a look over here. So as you can see, this the tree is there, the road is there, as well as this difference is there. So the parallax movement is really good in over here. So let us just take let me kill this, okay, and take this aside. We'll go over here, project 3D. We'll take a card as well. Let me just come on, get the placement. So we'll place a card somewhere here. Take a card and place it somewhere here, and scale it as much as you can. Okay, so come on, yeah, working. So we have given the camera information over here. So we'll take a scale and renderer, and we're gonna copy this, and we're gonna stabilize the footage at the initial frame. So where is a card? Where is a card? Okay, by mistake I deleted that, I think so. We'll take it somewhere here, give it a value of 20. Come on. So the card is there. So the card is slightly over here. We got it back. Increase the size and good to go. So now what we are supposed to do, frame hold the 450 frame. Okay. So now let me just clear your idea what I was talking about. So now you will see there is a movement. It started to stabilize in x-axis. Y is okay. We definitely need to have the stabilization in Y, but they started to stabilize in the x-axis as well, which is not good. So what we are supposed to do is tell the camera. I'll just copy paste one more. We'll go in at the initial frame, which is the whole frame, and we're gonna kill the animation in x-axis as well as in Z. Okay, now so let us just play our footage. Come on, man. Hold on, something went wrong. Okay, so this is happening just because of one thing, which is the translation in x-axis, rotation in y-axis. So we'll just go here and kill the animation in y-axis as well, so that we don't have those kind of transmission happening. So now we just need to check the track. How's it going? Let me just cache this quickly. So now you can see the footage is really stabilized, and what we need to do is check it with a comp, and then we're gonna work on the like perspective sort of thing, and we need to certainly scale this footage if needed, so that we don't get this bonding black region area or anything else. So definitely this is going good. What I'm supposed to do right now here is start working on the key. So the BG is okay. Let's just go and start working on the key. So now we can see this is the first thing we need to get rid of, as well as this is the first second thing we need to get rid of. So we'll take a constant, and oh yeah, the good thing is that for me right now is that the BG, the footage is really stabilized, it's steady, and there is no hardly any kind of movement. So I'll just go do a rough single frame rotor, which would really help me. So let us just take this. So we need to stencil things which we don't want. So I'm gonna reveal the ORVM and give it a slightly blur and stencil. So this thing is stencil, and we need to do say a similar thing for the steering as well. So what I can do is I'll just take a key which can be my savior. So there is a like a good difference in luminance. So I'll prefer the operation luminance. Invert this slightly go down. Okay, come on. We can take this much. Yes, and give it slightly blur. Or later on we can give the blur. Come on, yeah. Ask this much and stencil this out over here. So now you can see it's, you can hardly see a difference that there was something. Patchwork done perfectly. We need to do separately. Same thing for over here as well. We'll take a constant again. we can take this region or this region, won't make any difference. So same thing, we need to have alpha in this constant or else it won't be visible. And do a rough roto quickly. For now, just have the rotor for this much region, and do a rough rotor for them as well. Okay, uh, we'll go for this windshield as well. So let us just quickly stencil those things as well in our mask. So we are losing this, and slightly we need to blur those things off. Okay, it's over here. Cool. Slightly blur. We're introducing this over here. So come on, don't get lag. So we'll take this rotor out separately, cut this one. Oh yeah, separately, so that we can blur the edges and get rid of those sharp edges which were coming. And we are losing this small buddy. Let us just get this back. Okay, pretty much good. Hardly noticed that there was some kind of difference, which is good. And yeah, we need to work here over here as well, which is later on thing, the separate thing for me right now. Come on, let's get it done. So I've just put a crop over here. The chroma is ready. So in the next video, what we are supposed to do, we are going to proceed for king. Then we're gonna do some kind of grading stuff. How we gonna like make them composite? We're gonna composite them in the properly, and we're gonna add glass dirt as well to give it more realistic feeling. So have I hope you enjoyed this video, and please guys do subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon and like this video definitely. Thank you guys.